When I started playing War Thunder back in the day, the entire reason I wanted to play was because I liked Sherman tanks. I was young, I was in my 20s, and I really didn't know much of anything about tanks at all. I really didn't understand what went into tank combat, what went into how to play the game. I really didn't understand much of what de facto went into playing this game. So, when I started playing this game back in, I think it was 2012, give or take, my first tank was the M4A1, and I hated it. I was not having a good time. I didn't ever really feel like I was in a tank. I straight up did not have a good time with it at all. And it kind of spoiled a lot of the game for me for a while. And, later on in the tech tree, I got the M4 Sherman, which is, the most Sherman-y Sherman that ever kind of Shermaned, with exception to perhaps the Jumbo, but that's a conversation for treadheads much more into it than myself. But after several years of grinding, and starting to get into 6.6, 6.7, 7.0 America, it's my highest tree. I'm a freedom Aboo, as they call it. I gotta say, just not having fun at that BR, so I started coming back down to 3.3, 3.7 America. And now that I understand what goes into playing the tank appropriately, and how to maneuver around the battle space, and this playing to your strengths instead of your weaknesses, and basically not only how to play the game, but also how to play the game with your tank, I'm having a lot more fun with my tanks now, and it makes me happy. I'm not very good at this game. I'm a far cry from it. But sometimes you do things that make you happy, not because you're good at them, but because they make you happy. And after probably over 10 years of trial and error and grinding and screaming at the top of my lungs and storming off away from the computer so I didn't break anything, and don't lie, we've all been there. But after the better part of a decade of grinding, I have my very first expert crew. Now, yeah, I did have to pay the snail for that, but it means something to me. It means something to me that through my hard efforts, I actually managed to get good at something that I knew nothing about coming into it. I got much better as a player. I got much better, all the way around with a lot of the facets that go into this game. I got considerably better. And I have my very first ace crew, level 50, completely experienced on the M4 Sherman, which was the whole reason why I came to the game in the first place. And it's a good feeling. And I think we need to capitalize more on the good feelings that we have in our lives. Thank you very much for stopping in, and I'll see you later.